presenters today is Suci Febriana, Diana Lestari Purba, and Ika Rusna Hidayati. The first speaker is Suci Febriana. Time is yours.
Well, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Yeah, in this next occasion, I would like to continue our material in teaching media entitled is Teaching and Learning Aids in Lesson Structure and Instructional Media. Before, the previous group has explained to you before what is media, right? What is instructional media, and now I want to review and tell further about it. In this material, there are some terms that I will explain to you later on. The first is audiovisual aids, teaching aids, media, and the last is teaching technology. Audiovisual aids. This audiovisual aids is the most used in education in this era. Yeah, before, as we know, this is the era technology where we can say that our life cannot be separated with technology. For example, I can picture that handphone almost always in your hand, right? Such as what Zizah do now. And even in teaching, we also cannot separate it between technology and education. That's what we call teaching and learning aids that will be so related with technology. And the first is audio visual aids. Audio visual aids is this is the most used and the best known in education. These aids are directed particularly at the auditory and or visual sense. So, for example, radio is for audio, and picture or slide for visual, or even audio and visual work together, such as in television or movie or something like that. Yeah, you can see in this slide, this is the classification of AVS or audiovisual aids. The first is projected, that you can see it's hardware and software. They are OHP, film projector, LCD projector, film strip, transparencies like CDs, DVDs, and also in non-projected graphic aids, 3-dimension aids, display boards, different material, and audio aids. And I'm sure all of you have been familiar with all these aids. The second is teaching aids. Thunderstone et al. Used the term teaching aid to summarize instructional and learning aids. So instructional aids is the aids that is used by the teacher to present the material for the students. Learning aids is the aids that is used by the students in learning. So it can happen that in one period the aids can be instructional and learning aids in the same period. For example, this chalkboard, this aids. It is a kind of instructional and learning aid. So chalkboard is used by the teacher to present their material, and it's also used for the students to learn. So both of the teacher and the students use this aid. And the third is media. Van Els et al. Divine media are all aids which may be used by the teacher and learners to attain certain educational objectives. Furthermore, media can be specified in different ways. And Descartes divided the media further. He said that medium is any means used or presented by a teacher to function in the teaching situation in connection with reaching a particular teaching aid. So I think the best definition is come from the Descartes that say medium is any means used or presented by a teacher to present their material. And the last is teaching technology. Jensen defined teaching technology as technical scientific application to teaching with a view to aim and structure of teaching. About the media, we can also say that media as a synonym for audiovisual aids. And about the teaching media, this application arises through the mutual attunement of the scientific rules and conclusion about teaching and of the technical lawfulness of the apparatus to desired aim and structure of teaching. According to this definition, there is a mention of a technology because it has two components, namely a science and technology. So we cannot separate it between a science and technology. However, it's not merely a technology but a teaching technology because the technical scientific applications are directed to teaching and indeed are attended to its aim and structure. And the second is integrating media and teaching. Like what I said before that media and teaching cannot be separated. So why should we use media, or what is the benefit if we use media? These are the benefits if we use integrating media and teaching. The first is using media engage the student. Yeah, of course, because when we use the media, indirectly we have make the classroom atmosphere become more interesting. So the student will feel more interesting to study and see the material that is presented by the teacher. And the second is student retention of knowledge. The next is motivate interest in the subject matter. Yeah, because it's the media make it the material become interesting. They are motivated to be interested in the subject matter. And the next is illustrate the relevance of many concepts. Yeah, like audiovisual ads. By using audiovisual ads, we only not just say this is, for example, in like biology or phonetic subject. We not only present that which one is the teeth is put in our mouth, but we also presented the picture. So the student, so the picture can illustrate to the student how is the teeth, where is the foot, and what should we do for the phonetic and pronunciation. And the second is, and the next is to reinforce what the teacher is saying. Yeah, by the media or the picture or the slide, it's support what the teacher says and it's reinforce what the teacher is saying. And the last is support the lesson plan and assist learning. Media do not function merely as aids but are integrated into lesson structure. That's what I said before, that it cannot be separated between media and the teaching. The media that are going to be used in particular lesson will be determined by the aids and teaching strategies. So, when using a media, it's not different lesson. It means we will use different media. For example, like in listening, we use audio aids, and for the phonology, we can use audio or visual aids. So it's determined by the teaching strategies and the aids. And about this, it will be explained more in selecting media later on. Thus, media only are able to be integrated into particular lesson if that lesson is systematically planned according to the three-mentioned system or other similar ones. And the next is types of instructional media. Yeah, about this, and from the previous group has explained, so I just wanna remind to you that this is three kinds of instructional media. First is audio. So teacher's voice is also part of instructional media. It's audio aids and audio cassette, audio CD, radio, and also audio or visual. It means that well in the same period. Examples are video, multimedia, DVD, PowerPoint, and internet. And visual, such as chalkboard. So chalkboard, like what I said before, is an instructional media that is visual media, flannel board, magnetic board, object, and etc. And one of the important part of this material is selecting media. Of course, as a teacher, we will use media in our teaching later on. So, to determine what media that we will use when we teaching, we should pay attention for some these factors. They are learning content. Of course, it's important. Think first what is the content of material that you will present, and choose what is the best aids that you will use. For example, for listening, you can use tape recorder, or for grammar you can use slides. So choose what is the best one based on the learning content. And the second is type of learning task. The next is teaching strategies. Yeah, like what our lecturer speaking lecturer said before. That it taught us about teaching strategies. For example, like realia, we can use the media like what is the object that is provided in the class. For example, like a bottle, or a pen, marker, or in throwing and catching a ball, we can use a ball as the media and something like that. And the next is practical limitation, and the last is student or people characteristic. Yeah, it's one of the important one. Like what our lecturer says before that, the characteristic of the students are different each other. So think first, who will you teach? Is it elementary school students or senior high school students? Because their characteristic will be different. Maybe for elementary school students, you can use interesting picture or animation, but for senior high school or students in university, we just can focus to the content. So think about it and prepare it well. And these are some preconditions for integrating media and instruction. So as a teacher, we should care about this precondition before using the media. The first is the docent or teacher should have a positive attitude about the use of media in teaching. Yeah, you should use the media wisely because you are a model for your students later on. So be positive in using media. Do not let for example, your student presenting their material, but you as a teacher use your handphone without seeing the students. It means that you are not wisely as a teacher. And the second is media are only one component of the lesson planning that now has to be interwoven with the other components. The next is the docent or teacher has to have knowledge of the possibility and limitation of the various media. Yeah, you should have a skill in technology because it will be useful for your teaching later on. For example, you as a teacher, you will present your material using slides. Of course, you should have skill in how to use InfoCourse, how to turn it on. How can you use the media while you cannot turn on the InfoCourse? Of course, it's okay if your student can help you, but how if you teach in elementary school, no one can help you. So, as a teacher, the skill in technology is so important. And you also should have all of the back possibilities. For example, you use in focus. Of course, it means that we really need the electricity. It means you should think how if the electricity is off. What should you do? So you should prepare for all bad conditions, bad possibilities. And the next is the docent or teacher has to be skilled in using media. Yeah, this is like what I said before. The next is teaching location or classroom must be equipped for media use. Yeah. For example, like music in focus. See first, if the electricity is provided in the class. For example, if you teach in outside the room, of course you cannot use in focus. So think what is the alternative way? What is the alternative media that you will use in the class? And the next is apparatus and program must be available. And the last is a support service which among other things provides for apparatus and program. The repair and the production of program is indispensable. On pre-connection that for integrating media and system, it's important for you as the next teacher later on. So that's all from me about teaching and learning aids in lesson structure and instructional media. Sorry for any mistake. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.